Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Women of a Certain Age. I am Daheem, and this is where we celebrate Gen X with confidence and joy. Today, I'm going to be talking about hitting the reset button. And before I start, I want you to add in the comments, what does hitting the reset button mean to you? Of course, we know hitting the reset button does not necessarily pertain to age because anybody can hit the reset button and get a do-over for something or in their life what they choose to. But before we start, I would like for you to hit like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notification buttons. I feel like I need to say this because if I don't, then I'll end up cutting and coming back, and then I don't want to do all that. Um, the amount of mistakes that I have made. This is the second video. As a matter of fact, let me try to turn that. This is the second video that I've made, and the first one had no sound. And I said I wasn't going to do another one, but my goal is to knock out at least 2 to 3 10-minute videos a week. And I wanted to get a jump start on this one here. So you will see me look off uh, a few times because I'm trying to make sure I have covered all of my notes. I digress. I am back. So, what does the reset button mean to you? Please add in the comments. What does that mean to you? If you are resetting, whether your life or something different, what does that look like? Um, I think for me, I've had many times where I have hit the reset button. I am Air Force veteran. Um, I was living in New York, Brooklyn, New York, and I decided I want to go into the military. And then I hit the reset button when I decided to get out of the military and go to college. And then when I finished college, I decided I was going to do some more college, and then even after that, I decided I wanted to move to another country. And when I was coming back, what was that going to look like when and majority of my experiences living outside of the country were not military related. Oftentimes people think that's the case, but that is not. When I was stationed in the military, um, I went overseas abroad. I lived in the Philippines for a period of time, a short period of time to be exact. And then I moved back to the States. It wasn't until I got out, um, graduated college, and started working, and I decided I wanted to move to another country. So I hit the reset button. I decided I wanted to learn Spanish. So I was going to move to a Spanish speaking country. And with that, had my whole plan in terms of what that was going to look like. I had some savings. I was going to move to another country for um, the first month was I was giving myself a month to find employment and find a space to live. I had reserved an Airbnb for a month. I moved in with it was a place where they had rooms. And I went to, moved into the place. There was already somebody there. She was there for a month as well. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember if she was on the same idea as I was, or was she just there to get the experience of living in another country. And she wasn't from the United States. I want to say she was from Europe, maybe. But we lived in a house. I lived there for a month, and that first week, I went and I just went exploring around, getting the experience of the country and what that looked like. Um, and then the place was Costa Rica. And I just walked around and explored, and and it was in the city, so it wasn't by any beach area, anything like that. Had I thought about it looking back, I probably would have gone to the beach. But I lived in LA for many years, so I had the experience of the beach. And I love the beach, by the way. Um, no beaches here, so I don't even know how that even happened, but I'm sure with prayer is how I got here. But going back, I lived there. I put the first week I wanted to explore. The second week, I had reached out to a couple of companies to see if I could get some interviews going to teach. I had, before I left LA, I was doing certification, TESOL certification, to teach English as a second language. And the places that I had connected with, I think I had 2 or 3 interviews, and one in particular, I got hired like right on the spot. And I really liked the company, that the people, and I got the job. And then um, after that, I was looking for employment, not employment, an apartment. And I don't even remember how I got this. I don't know if it was word of mouth or because I didn't know anybody there. I think at that time, it might have been through Craigslist. Uh, Something, I don't even know. Is Craigslist, let me see, is Craigslist still a thing? But it was a thing back then. Ah, it is a thing. So I, went online, I looked up Craigslist, and that's how I got it. And it was a nice little hike to get up there. Now, if you don't know anything about Costa Rica, they don't have any addresses. At least they didn't. I don't know if they do now, but back then they did not. So anytime you wanted to go to a space like the who would eventually be my landlord, the address, like the way she gave me the address was, she told me what public transportation, which were buses. She told me how to take the bus, and she said it was the second to last stop, but I would know it when you would start to go up. It was a weird description. I would know it when I would start to go up a hill or something. And then when I make a right turn, not when but when the bus driver made a right turn, um, it was going to be near a uh, um, hair place or something like that where people do hair. And I think I remember trying to tell the bus driver, or ask the bus driver in my not good Spanish at all, that I needed to know where this stop was. And I want to say, I don't know if I missed the stop. I think I missed the stop. And thank God that there were only 3 more stops after that. So when they got into the end bus depot, they had to turn around to come back, and he was able to drop me off at the location I was supposed to be. And once I got there, she told me, I think she was going to because it was kind of like a gated community. I don't know really if it was so much gated. I mean, there was a security guard there, but I don't know um, how gated it was, to be honest with you, because I wonder if anybody could just walk up the hill, because it was up a hill. And she told me to just go ahead and walk up the hill. And he was in the security post, and I just went up and I met her. And the space was a really nice space. It was like a studio apartment, kind of like a kitchenette area. Um, and talk about hitting reset, because in that space, it was kind of like a tropical area. Um, and it was, what is it, monsoon? Like it, like heavy rain pour. And when you have that, of course, you get like every bug known to man. And that was an experience because uh, I had in my bathroom were geckos, and they would just freak me out. Like yeah, I didn't like them. I had to get used to them because, according to my landlord, one, it makes no sense to kill them because they're not going anywhere, and two, they were helpful for the bugs like spiders. So we learned to coexist to the best of my ability, and that was really hitting the reset button. I think now I am in a new space of hitting reset. I did that a couple of years ago because once I left there, I went to Europe, and then I came to Michigan. And I hit the reset button there because I still ended up in education, but I decided I wanted to work in tech. And now that's where I'm at. And I'm learning to hit the reset button every day because I am learning every day. It has been a journey. I believe that me working in the space that I am definitely has stretched me, but it also allows me to enjoy, something that I really like doing and working with uh, really good people. So, hitting the reset button doesn't have to be challenging, but it can be, and that's okay. There may be some fears that you have. Um, so, I ask you, particularly for this week, what are you going to hit the reset button on? Are you going to do something different? Are you going to challenge yourself? And it's okay. If you don't know how to do it or you're nervous on how to do it, give yourself the grace. It is okay to give yourself grace, particularly in something that you don't know how to do. No need to be so hard on yourself. So, as we learn, as we navigate, as we maneuver in life, hitting reset is and can be a good thing. Thank you for joining me. Uh, don't forget to hit your notification button so that way you'll know when I'm back up. I don't know what the next video will be about. I'm still learning this as we go. Said at the beginning the mistakes that I made. I made a whole video and um, there was no sound. So I am going to check this to make sure, but the editing, all of that, I'm just putting it up there. I'm not, yeah, yeah, I'm not I'm learning. Let me just say that I'm learning. There's some things that I'll learn to do. There's some things that I won't be doing, but it's a fun ride because it's stretching me. Because as I'm sharing this with you, I am walking this out, and I have to remind myself to stop hitting my chest because the sound picks up. So, with that said, I hope to see you in the next video. Remember to trust God. Um, your life and purpose is important, and I pray that you have an amazing time. Be blessed.